A trip to the moon. Then it's sheer madness in an all-new thriller, A Close Shave. Wallace falls in love.
I'd better see to him. The bounce has gone from his bungee.
But you can't pull the wool over Gromit's eyes. Stay tuned for A Grand Day Out and A Close Shave. Next.
Funding for this program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by annual financial support from viewers like you.
Stay tuned for Wallace and Gromit's newest adventure. Director Nick Park presents A Close Shave. Next.
Aardman Animation's Bristol studios have just completed their most ambitious project. With a budget of £1.3 million and a workforce of up to 40 people, this film is set to be Wallace and Gromit's biggest adventure yet.
Geronimo!
A Close Shave is the third in director Nick Park's Wallace and Gromit trilogy. During its production, he and co-producer Carla Shelley have been responsible for coordinating a wide range of skills and resources. How does it compare with Nick's previous films?
Long Trousers was a thriller, more or less. This one is more, it's got the thrillerness to it, but it's also melodrama and a bit of action, adventure, Indiana Jones, British war movie, and the big romance.
It's got everything.
All thrown in, and trying to keep the homeliness and endearingness of Wallace and Gromit there at the same time. This time they've set up their own window cleaning business, and they're visited by an escaped sheep, a small sheep called Sean, and this gives them an opportunity to try out their new Knit-O-Matic, which is a machine where you feed a sheep in at one end and it shaves it and creates knits a jumper out of the wool that it's shaved off, and you get a jumper at the other end.
It's not long before Wallace becomes enamored of one of his window cleaning clients, the lovely proprietress of the local wool shop.
Ramsbottom. Wendoline Ramsbottom.
Oh. Visually, she looks like Wallace with a wig on. The basic look of the film is, of course, created by the camera work and the lighting, which has a very specific and stylized look to it, which I think hasn't really been done in model animation before. For each animator, we'd have to have a couple of conversations where we'd talk through the action and make sure that I was communicating what I wanted enough and that they were understanding what was required enough, and it was a bit like working with actors in that it's a case of seeing what they could bring to it and seeing how they understood the parts as well.
65,000 individual work hours and 625 shots later, the film is at last ready, and Wallace and Gromit are due for a well-earned rest.
When I see them on the covers of magazines and what have you, I feel quite proud of them, you know, that they've got, you think of them as living, as they've got their own life.
Hello, Wallace and Gromit's Wash and Go window cleaning service. May we be of assistance?
Hello. Yes, my windows could do with a jolly good clean. The wool shop in the High Street. Soon as you can.
On our way, madam.
Funding for this program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by annual financial support from viewers like you.
To order video cassettes of A Grand Day Out or A Close Shave, call PBS Video at 1-800-828-4PBS.
This is PBS.
Now it's the Academy Award-winning The Wrong Trousers, followed by an interview with animator Nick Park. Stay with us. Monday. It's a special night at the opera on KCET. The Metropolitan Opera presents Mozart's Così fan tutti, a story of love gone awry. See this exquisite production Monday at 8 on KCET.
It's an American classic, a New Year's tradition. New Year's Eve with Guy Lombardo and his orchestra. only public television brings back a nostalgic New Year's to all ages. Enjoy vintage performances and celebrate the season with today's Royal Canadians. The musical magic lives on. Spend New Year's Eve with Guy Lombardo and his Royal Canadians.
A New Year's tradition, Tuesday beginning at 8 on KCET. Then, bring in the new year with KCET and an all-night tribute to the movies of Vincent Minnelli. The celebration begins at 9 p.m. with Gene Kelly and Leslie Caron as they dance the night away in An American in Paris. At 11 p.m., the tribute continues with The Bandwagon, starring Fred Astaire and Sid Charisse.
You found me just
Then at 1 a.m., Judy Holliday and Dean Martin fall in love in Bells Are Ringing. And at 3:10 a.m., it's Minnelli and more in That's Entertainment. Celebrate the new year and the movies of Vincent Minnelli beginning at 9 on KCET. Thanks to our members and the following for supporting KCET's programming today.
Well, you had a great first day.
Thanks. I don't know who had more fun, the customers or me. This is so cool. I've never seen some of this stuff before.
The more you're here, the more amazing stuff you'll see. And there's something here for everyone, even some people you might not think of at first. Well, see you tomorrow.
Store of knowledge.
Good night.
You never know what you may discover.
Hi, I'm Huell Hauser, and I trust that 1997 is going to be the best year ever for you, your family, and your friends. I know it's going to be a big year for us. We're kicking off a brand new season for both visiting and California's Gold. And right now, I would like to officially invite you to join us every Saturday night from 6 to 7 and every Sunday night from 7 to 8 right here on KCET as we continue our journeys together all around our city and our state on both visiting and California's Gold. This is going to be a great year.
You're watching KCET 28, Los Angeles.
A mild-mannered inventor. And his faithful companion, Gromit.
Any post, was there, perchance?
Theirs was a quiet life, until one day Wallace discovered they had a little problem.
Oh, just look at that. I'm down to my last few coppers.
When they rent a room to a mysterious penguin, their peaceful existence is entirely disrupted. And when Wallace's high-tech trousers go totally out of control, the action in this Academy Award-winning animated film really gets wild.
It's the wrong trousers, Gromit, and they've gone wrong.
Then find out what's inside the wrong trousers from the director of Wallace and Gromit's Great Adventures, Nick Park.
They are friends of mine as well. It's as if they have a life of their own, and you're somehow meeting them rather than creating them.
Presentation of The Wrong Trousers is made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by annual financial support from viewers like you. Presentation of The Wrong Trousers is made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by annual financial support from viewers like you.
To order a video cassette of this program, call 1-800-343-4727 or write to Video Finders at 4401 Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90027.
This is PBS.
Legal correspondent Jack Ford looks at issues, ethics, and the inner workings inside the law next. Stay with us. If you made a pledge during our December membership drive...
Thank you. Thank you.
Grazie.
Many thanks indeed.
But please remember to send in your check.
Get it?
Got it.
Good.
KCET quality depends on you. Monday. It's a special night at the opera on KCET. The Metropolitan Opera presents Mozart's Così fan tutte. a story of love gone awry. See this exquisite production Monday at 8 on KCET.
Next time on Mystery.
You are Hercule Poirot?
Yes, I am.
You're under arrest.
Poirot is faced with demons from his past when an unsolved case is reopened.
Hastings, I think it comes rather as a call for help.
So you agree she was killed?
Poirot on Mystery.
You're watching KCET 28 Los Angeles, member-supported television for Southern and Central California.